This little poem is called Prayer. Whatever happens, what is what I want. Only that, but that. That's it. I'm a little proud of the poem because it uses the word is 3 times in a row and still makes sense. What is what I want.
Galway has a way of addressing the issues that are immediate to us as a species. There is a way in which poets are called to reflect the times that they're living in. There is a social vision, there is a political vision in Galway's work, but maybe most importantly, that's matched with a kind of aesthetic power, and whereby those topics in the hands of others may devolve to pamphleteering or sloganeering. In Galway, he transforms these big topics of our times into art. And I would say that's one of the markers for me of his greatness, that he's able to address these matters dead on in his work without sacrificing his powers as a poet.
According to Ed Hirsch, his poetry is both the poetry of celebration and the poetry of mourning. And I think that's what I love about it. It's very familiar, very visceral, very natural, and you can both laugh and cry and shout and feel extremely familiar. I think that's what I mean by everybody thinking they are friends of Galway. He offers himself to you in his work and in his life as well.
Wait for now. Distrust everything if you have to, but trust the hours. Haven't they carried you everywhere up to now? Personal events will become interesting again. Hair will become interesting. Pain will become interesting. Buds that open out of season will become interesting. Second-hand gloves will become lovely again. Their memories are what give them the need for other hands. And the desolation of lovers is the same. That enormous emptiness carved out of such tiny beings as we are asks to be filled. The need for the new love is faithfulness to the old. Wait. Don't go too early. You're tired, but everyone's tired. But no one is tired enough. Only wait a little and listen. Music of hair, music of pain, music of looms, weaving our loves again.
This state has a way of cultivating poets' sensibilities, particularly their relationship to the environment, to the natural landscape, to the people that work the land. And we see this all throughout his poems. He is my generation's Robert Frost, let's put it that way.
And when he came wholly forth, I took him up in my hands and bent over and smelled the black, glistening fur of his head, as empty space must have bent over the newborn planet and smelled the grasslands and the ferns. Thank you.
He is able to take his own experience and other experience and get it from the very deep emotional or very complex mental imagination world into the written word, and to do that so precisely and so clearly that when you read it, you almost think you thought that up yourself. And that's the best kind of poetry for me, is that kind of translation.
As now we lie together after making love, quiet, touching along the length of our bodies,
familiar touch of the long married, and he appears in his baseball pajamas, it happens, the neck opening so small he has to screw them on, and flops down between us and hugs us and snuggles himself to sleep, his face gleaming with satisfaction at being this very child. In the half-darkness, we look at each other and smile and touch arms across this little, startlingly muscled body, this one whom habit of memory propels to the ground of his making. Sleeper only the mortal sounds can sing awake. This blessing love gives again into our arms.
It is a fitting capstone to a career that spans multiple decades, one that has garnered every award from the National Book Award to the Pulitzer Prize to the MacArthur Foundation Genius Award.
But this one is from home. This is for his home, from his home, and from his home state, and with his friends and his family around him. And this, I think, will mean a great deal to him. And of course, it means a great deal to all of us to have Galway Kinnell be home and recognized here where he lives.
The rest of my days I spend wondering what, anyway, was that sticky infusion, that rank flavor of blood, that poetry by which I lived.